Welcome back. It's game 2, really game 1. It's not a complete doubleheader like we've played the past couple days. You've been tuning into Big Train TV, but it is the second game. The Big Train get the dub in extra innings over the Cropdusters, 8-6, went to 12 innings, but they come out on top back in the win column after a tough doubleheader yesterday. I'm Allie Navarrete here with Jacob Charis. Jacob is pretty excited that it's Caps night here at Shirley Povich.
Rocking the red at Povich Field.
He is. It's very hot. I respect the passion. Tom Wilson, of course, my favorite Capitals player personally. Anyway, so we're very excited to be bringing you some more Big Train baseball. Jacob, it's been a couple days since you've been in the booth with me, but welcome back.
Yep, it has, and I'm really excited to be back up here. And yeah, it's going to be a great game. I think the Big Train needs a win here. Like, let's be honest. Like the last game, yesterday's doubleheader against the Braves was not pretty at all. I expect a different outcome today. We got Braden Jones on the mound, who hopefully, because his last 2 outings have not been his strongest. Hopefully, he plays well in front of the Povich crowd. We got a pretty big crowd here tonight, and yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's quite fitting that you're in the booth with me to start off here on Capitals night. We know that you're I would say it's not really a question. You're the biggest Cavs fan, biggest hockey fan that we have on this Big Train intern staff. Yeah. So excited that you'll be with me. Like you said, it's Braden Jones on the mound. Behind the plate, Jason Schiavone. And in the field for the Train, Peyton Schultz at first, Colton Hegwood at second, Emilian Petre at short, Warren Holzmer at third. The outfield, per usual, DM Jefferson in the left, Luke Nowak in center, and John Kramer in right field. Leading off for the Cropdusters will be their center fielder, Hyder, and should be an exciting game. Like you said, I think the Train definitely need a win here. Tacked on 2 losses yesterday, but already halfway to kind of evening that out with 2 wins tonight.
Yep, and it should be a really exciting one, and also Jason Schiavone is back in the lineup after the incident yesterday, so still going to make an impact. John Kramer has also been really, really solid as of late. 4 hits so far, batting .200.
Yeah, he has been quite a force. It took him a bit to warm up to, Summer League baseball and wood bats and all that, but has been much improved lately, and I'm been excited to watch him and excited to see what he can continue to do. Also, loving this music choice from Braden Jones.
Yeah, that's right.
He's clearly a fan of the new Luke Combs album, as am I, so Braden Jones, confirmed good music taste. Also, his playlist was playing during batting practice today, and it was fire.
Well, one thing Big Train have to do way better is get the ball in play.
Yeah.
Their offense was non-existent yesterday, and that's something that the Big Train really need to step up, and that was kind of uncharacteristic because we know how loaded this offense is, and to just put up, I believe it was only 7 combined hits between the 2 games, that's just not going to cut it, especially in the latter half of the season.
Jones, the 1-1 to Hyder, going to go out to left field, right to DM Jefferson, quick first out. Again, we last saw Braden Jones against the DC Grays on Sunday, so just about a week ago, and he really struggled, giving up 5 runs. That's not something he normally does. And then the performance before that was in Alexandria. Also wasn't his best, but he was such a superstar early in the season, so hopefully he can get back on track here. A good start there with a quick first out. First pitch, a ball to Andrew Brate, the shortstop, at the plate for the Cropdusters.
Also, I imagine you talked about this on the last time. Of the last broadcast, but Peyton Schultz, oh my goodness, he was outstanding in the first doubleheader against the Giants. Only 6 for 7. So I think he was 0 for 2 or something along those lines yesterday. So I think he's due for a bounce back performance as well.
Yeah, he was definitely the hero on Wednesday in that doubleheader. Yesterday a bit colder, but as was the Big Train offense all around, as you said. Fighting back Jones here. That was 3 straight balls. Gets in there for strike 1. Going to stay alive. Brate was ready to walk, but not so fast.
That was a little high in my books. He had a good case there.
Jones, the 3-1, in again, 3-2. Brait thought he had it, but a full count. So, yeah, Peyton Schultz was ridiculous. The bats cooled off yesterday. It was an 8-1 loss in Game 1 and a 6-2 loss in Game 2. Not great, but hopefully the Train can kind of use it as a little bit of fire to come back today and get 2 wins. Already halfway there. And the 3-2 hit straight to Colton Hegwood, back-to-back out for Braden Jones.
Good start for the Big Train defense. Good job by Hegwood just to stay in place. And he makes the second out. So far, good start for Jones and good start for the Big Train.
Yeah, Jimmy Kirk now for the Cropdusters, the first baseman. Jones with the opportunity for a 1-2-3 inning, which would be huge. Definitely going to need some efficient pitching tonight. Finds the zone, strike 1. So it was raining earlier, but it's turned into a beautiful night here at Shirley Povich.
I would not have been very happy if it had gotten rained out.
I don't even know what would have happened because this is the last time the Train and the Cropdusters will be facing each other this season, and Jones now ahead 0-2. So I don't even know when we would have played this game, if it would have just been canceled all around.
I would imagine we probably would have rescheduled this. Because there's Wednesday the 21st that is not a game, and we still have to make up that Aces game that was rained out in Alexandria. I imagine they're probably going to use that.
Yeah, we will have a doubleheader next Thursday in the final regular season game against the Aces. Should be a showdown.
Oh, so that's where that game's probably going.
Yeah, and Kirk goes down swinging. Braden Jones, a 1-2-3 inning, finishes it off with his first K. Great stuff from him. This looks like the Braden Jones that we knew and loved so much early in the season. Hopefully this can continue.
Yep, and hopefully the Big Train offense can get off to a hot start like they did in the first Cropdusters game back on Olney.
Yep, on Monday they took down the Cropdusters 15-5. It was a huge performance. Hopefully we see something reminiscent of that tonight. We'll be back shortly for the bottom of the first. Welcome back. It's the bottom of the first. On the mound for the Cropdusters is Nate Vermillion. And in the field, Leach behind the plate. Kirk at first, Calabrese at second, or at third, and at short, Andrew Brait. In the outfield, Milan in left, Hyder in the middle, Wright in the right. Fitting, haha. Leading off, you already know, Luke Nowak. And that one hit to left field. Coming in is Milan, and he'll make the catch.
Remember the last time Luke Nowak was in Olney?
Oh my goodness, do I remember, of course. That was a crazy game, the best of the season for Luke Nowak. He was
5 for 6, right?
I think 5 for 7 ultimately, but
Yes.
until getting to the 6th was 5 for 5.
Yeah. I don't think there was not a player that went like perfect up until then, like
Yeah.
all season.
Yeah.
That was something to watch. And didn't he have like an incredible bunt, and he still made it on base?
Yeah, because he is a speedster. You know, Coach Sal trusts a lot of these guys to try and lay down bunt singles, Luke Nowak included, for good reason. They're good hitters, they're strategic, and they know how to get on base with their wheels. DM here, a 1-1 count. On deck, Emilian Pitre.
DM had a home run in the first game against the Braves.
Yeah, that one in the zone, count 1-2. One of the only bright spots yesterday, unfortunately, for the Big Train offense, but a huge homer, crushed, very reminiscent of the one he hit in D.C. Early in his Big Train career, so he's now got 2 on the season. The 1-2 to DM, low, count evens.
The pitch prior to that, I thought, was a little inside, and he called it a strike. So, I don't know if that's just me.
Vermillion. The 2-2 to Jefferson. That one hit to Calabrese. Thrown over to Kirk, and a 4-3 put out. Back-to-back outs for the Cropdusters.
Yeah, Jefferson, it just hit the spine of the bat. It didn't hit the barrel, so he didn't get a lot of mustard on that.
So now it'll be Emilian Pitre, a guy very clutch in these 2-out situations. There's a reason he's batting third. Hopefully he can make something happen here. Should we see him, it'll be Peyton Schultz after this. That one low for ball 1. Vermillion, the 1-0 to Pitre, hit. Shortstop and left fielder tracking back, but neither can make the catch. It'll drop just between them, and a base hit for Emilian Pitre. Seems like there was a bit of miscommunication there between Brait, the shortstop, and Milan, the left fielder.
Yep, I was just going to say, Milan, he had a lot of time to catch that ball. I just think, yeah, there was a lot of miscommunication there. So that ball probably should have been caught, but either way, it's a base hit for Emilian Pitre.
So we will see Peyton Schultz here at the plate, and yeah, Pitre gets on base. Keeps the train alive like he does so well. Unfortunate little miscommunication there again in the between the infield and outfield for the Cropdusters, but Vermillion still has the 2-out cushion. He fires to Schultz for ball 1.
Gotta get my Sal fan out.
Oh yeah, it's hot in here.
I'm wearing a hockey jersey.
Yeah, commitment to the theme, Jacob.
Exactly.
I'm impressed. 2-0 now to Peyton Schultz.
We got a couple fans here rocking the red.
Bennett's rocking the
Yeah.
red down there. He's chilling with Owen.
Of course.
But yeah, we do have several fans rocking the red. It's awesome. Pickoff attempt unsuccessful. Pitre diving back safe.
When I was making like the ads or whatever, Michael told me, don't say rock the red, 'cause don't the Cropdusters wear red? I'm like, who cares?
They wear it to warm up. That's it. They put on yellow or
So I
black.
said, all right, how's this? Unleash the fury at Kovacic. He's like, okay.
That's good. That one
Darn Rangers fans.
fouled back by Schultz, count 2-1. Our fellow broadcaster up in the booth with us today, Jesse from Olney, just told us he's a Bruins fan. Terrible, terrible taste. Vermillion readying the 2-1 to Schultz. Third ball.
I was surprised, like, when I got here. I figured, like, I would be the only, like, big hockey guy. But, like, Patrick is a big hockey fan. He plays. Dan McCauley, one of our operations intern. And, you know, Bennett's also a pretty big hockey fan in general. And also a lot of our DeMesa fellows are hockey fans, too. So that was cool to see.
Yeah, very fun. We've got lots of hockey spirit here tonight at Charlie Povich. 3-1 to Schultz. Hit into left field. Millen going to come in and make the catch for out number 3 that time. He and Andrew Brait seem to have had it together. Little fist bump as they come off the field. Get the 3rd out, leaving Petrie stranded on first, still scoreless. We'll head to the top of the 2nd. Welcome back. Top of the 2nd. Leading off for the Cropdusters is the catcher, Tyler Leach. Braden Jones, first pitch to him. Hit deep into right field. Good stuff and a base hit for Tyler Leach. First hit for the Cropdusters this game.
Good placement there from Leach right in the gap. That was a good pitch from Jones. Like we said, Jones has looked really good so far.
Now it's Greg Nichols at the plate, the designated hitter tonight for the Cropdusters. And Braden Jones does send a guy to base. A nice hit, aggressive from Tyler Leach, swinging on the first thing. But Jones going to rebound here, I have a feeling. In the zone to start, count 0-1 to Nichols. Braden Jones, the 0-1, a ball, count 1-1.
He's trying to do his off-speed. His last appearance was not really in control. Let's hope that changes today.
The 1-1, strike 2.
That one was nasty.
It was. Jones. Make sure to keep an eye on Leach at first, but we'll send in the 1-2, and down swinging goes Nichols. Another K for Braden Jones.
That was disgusting. Like, oh my goodness. That, you could see from here, that ball broke so much. Braden Jones has his good stuff today.
Yeah, he looks like he's feeling it out there. Wouldn't be surprised if he attempts to pick off Leach either. We've seen him do a successful pickoff attempt before. First pitch into Millen now, the left fielder, a ball. He had a nasty pickoff attempt, successful pickoff at Alexandria 2 appearances ago.
Oh, yeah.
It was really good.
Was that the blowout loss, 9-3?
Yes, it was an unfortunate day for the Train.
That was like the day after, or a couple days after his first start since they came back from the national championship.
Yeah.
From Ole Miss.
2-0 right now to Milan. I'm not sure if it's Millen or Milan. Asked the Cropdusters broadcasters, and apparently the guy himself said he did not care. That one fouled off.
I was going to say, like, is that the guy? Like, come on.
He, Jesse asked him, the Cropdusters broadcaster asked him, is it Millen or Milan? He goes, I'm not really sure. So, I think I'm going to stick with, what should we do?
I would just say Milan.
Milan? Okay. Milan. The 2-1 to Milan, fouled back again, count now even. So 2-2 count. Tyler Leach still out there on first. Jones giving him a quick look. Readying. The 2-2 to Milan in the dirt for ball 3. Only the second full count of the game for Braden Jones. In his 6th batter faced. The full count pitch. That one grounded to Petre at short. The out at second. And the out at first. The 6-4-3 double play from the Big Train will end the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for them. Great stuff from the Train infield.
Huge, and that double play is probably going to really set the tone here for the rest of this outing. Great defense, and another scoreless inning for Braden Jones.
Yeah, great stuff from him and the Train so far. When we come back, hopefully the bats can start to heat up. It'll be Garrett Felix in the DH position leading off. Bottom of the second, leading off for the Big Train is Garrett Felix. And apologies, folks. I listened back to our audio. It was really scratchy and robotic, and we had no idea. So sorry for that. It should be better now. If it's not, let us know.
Is that Walker?
Yeah. Sorry, our camera's falling too. Anyways, a 1-1 count to Garrett Felix. That one in for ball 2. Vermillion still on the mound for the Cropdusters. So yeah, let us know in the YouTube comments if our audio is fixed. We're going to have a special guest soon, and you're definitely not going to want scratchy audio for that. The 2-1 hit by Felix, but grounded to second. He cannot make the catch. Calabrese unable to pick that one up, bounced right off the rim of his glove, and Garrett Felix going to reach first.
Calabrese really, I think, just lost track of that ball. Bobbled off of him, and Felix on first, and John Kramer with a good chance to get another hit.
Yeah, Garrett Felix, we've said it once, we'll say it again, so dangerous anytime he's on the base path. John Kramer smacks that one deep into right field, and it's gone! John Kramer, the national champion, showing us a little of why he's so good. Hitting a homer, sending home Garrett Felix. The Big Train take a 2-0 lead. What a hit from the Ole Miss boy.
And the Capitals goal horn is going. A 2-run shot for John Kramer. A terrific swing, and the Cropdusters outfield knew that was gone immediately. Great start once again for the Big Train.
I mean, and the aggressive approach from John Kramer swinging on the first pitch. Huge bomb to right field. Sends home Garrett Felix. And these trained bats look like they did earlier in the week. So no outs still. 2 runs on the board, and Holzmer hits that one foul for strike 1. The 0-1 for Holzmer, a ball. So Vermillion had gotten off to a pretty good start. The only thing given up was that base hit to a Petre, but that was really no fault of Vermillion's. It was more of a miscommunication from his defense. But looking a little rattled here with the 2-1 count to Holsey after giving up that bomb to John Kramer. The 2-1, Holzmer hits that one deep into center field. Tracking back is the center fielder Hyder. He gets the catch, and that's out number 1. Bring up Colton Hegwood for the train. First pitch to Hegwood, ball low. On deck, Jason Schiavone, and that'll round out the batting order today for the big train. Vermillion, the 1-0 to Hegwood. Well hit down the first base side, but Kirk getting there will throw it over to Vermillion, who takes it to the bag himself, and that's out number 2. So like I just said, Jason Schiavone coming up now, but the Cropdusters rebounding well after the homer from John Kramer. Jason Schiavone with a new Catalyst hot dog. Stay tuned. I've heard rumors we're being sent it later, so might be trying that one on air. Haven't tried a Catalyst dog in a while for you guys in the broadcast, and I'm sure you've just been awaiting another one. Schiavone swings on that one. No contact, strike 1. And just checked. Audio seems much better on the feed, so hopefully it was crystal clear for that nice John Kramer home run. Vermillion, the 1-1 to Schiavone, in for strike 2.
Wouldn't be surprised if Vermillion goes with an off speed, because we talked about that 1-2 pitch.
Vermillion, the 1-2 to Schiavone, swing and a miss again. Jason Schiavone goes down swinging the first K of the game for Vermillion. He does a nice job getting 3 outs in a row after the homer from John Kramer, but the big train up 2-0, and we're going to step aside shortly and bring you back with a special guest.
Welcome back inside Shirley Povich Field. We have a really special guest on the broadcast, NBC Sports Washington Capitals color analyst, Craig Laughlin. Locker, first of all, first time here, what are your overall impressions?
Very impressed. I think this is something that everybody should come watch and see. They're very talented collegiate players. A lot of them are going to make pro in the future, I believe. I just think the setup, the environment, the field, so professional. Just everything from start to finish when I arrived was so professionally done. Congrats and kudos to the Big Train organization.
Thank you very much. And, both of us want to, go into the sports, broadcasting field. So, and you've been alongside Joe Beninati for now 26 years now. What's it like working with him on a day-to-day basis?
If you're trying to get into the business, don't listen to Joe B. I'll help you out, okay? The biggest thing is what you both are doing. Allie is doing it. You're doing it. It's preparation. Joe B is a big person for preparation, as am I. He prepares differently because play-by-play is inherently different than color, and so there's different preparation involved. But the key thing, everybody has their niche, right? I'm supposed to talk about the why and what, and Allie's supposed to set up the table for everybody on what's happening because they're sitting at home and they don't see this beautiful field. So I think if you go with that mentality, you'll be in great shape, and we need more broadcasters. Why not?
Yeah, and I want to talk specifically more about the Capitals. Obviously, we see it as fans on a day-to-day or on a game-by-game basis on TV.
Yep.
But you get to see probably the greatest goal scorer that's ever played the game in person on a day-to-day basis. What's that like, and just how spoiled are we as Caps fans?
I think we're really spoiled. I think when you talk about Alex Ovechkin, he's a generational player. He's going to be in the Hockey Hall of Fame. I think he's going to pass Gordie Howe and Gretzky this year. Not this year, in his career.
Yeah.
And I think that, at the end of the day, we're blessed to have him. He brought us a Stanley Cup here to Washington. He was the MVP of the playoffs against Vegas when we won it. I think he continues to he overperforms each and every night. And the thing about Alex, and I will tell you this, he's a guy that absolutely loves to practice, never takes a day off. He's passionate about himself and his teammates and his play. And because of that, that reverberates throughout our town. The DMV would not be a Caps town without Alex Ovechkin.
Yeah, we're going to turn it back to the baseball here as a runner's on now for the Cropdusters. A 4-pitch walk from Braden Jones sent Calabrese to base, but he did get started well this inning with a K to Michael Orr. But, yeah, just setting that up for you. Anyways, yeah, we're very spoiled.
I thought I would get more FaceTime out.
Oh, I'm sorry. The viewers at home are so blessed to be listening to you, but sometimes I know they get upset when we don't show them this beautiful field.
Craig Laughlin laugh in person.
Oh, yeah, you got to have fun. Remember, sports broadcasting, to both of you, we're supposed to be entertainers. Have fun with the game. Yeah, describe what happens, but then have fun with it, too.
Just like when Joe B said what about skydiving.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes, I do, and I never watched that commercial. Or I mentioned shinny hockey, and he thinks I'm saying the T word in between, not the N word. The NN. Shinny hockey is not what Joe B thinks it is, okay? So we have that.
So we're so glad that you're here today. It's really cool. And you got to do an interview on the field with Patrick, who plays hockey at George Mason. He's awesome. But, just in terms of, how you've been, you played hockey and now you get to talk about the sport you love every day. What's that like?
Oh, it's a dream come true. Anytime you play the sport and you're able to transfer right into sports broadcasting, it's special. I had guys down there on the team asking me how I got into it, what it's like. I'd really like to do that for baseball, and I was saying, you know what, keep going, keep trying to play at the highest level, be a color analyst, break down the game. That's my passion. I never thought I would do this, but all of a sudden it sort of fell and an opportunity came when I had 2 young kids, and I opted to leave hockey and try this as a vocation, and it's worked out great. I can't be more happier working for a great organization, the Washington Capitals, NBC Sports Washington over the years. It's just been fabulous.
And Locker, you talk about, this community, and you played along with Washington with Montreal and Toronto, and from Montreal you were traded here, and you stuck around. Why was it Washington that was, meant so much to you? What made you stick around?
Okay, we fell in love. My wife and I, when we had 2 little kids, we fell in love with the DMV. We fell in love with the district, Maryland, Virginia. We happened to settle down in Crofton, just outside of Annapolis, and it was it's just a beautiful area to grow up with your kids. And the main goal for us was to have a great environment for our 2 kids, Kyle and Courtney, growing up. And they've had a wonderful life. They enjoy it here. And we just decided, I haven't really been back to Canada that much, to be honest with you. This is my home. I grew up here. Our kids grew up here. And I don't see myself leaving. And like my wife said the other day, well, if you're thinking of retirement, Craig, in a few years, where are you going to go? I said, I'm staying in Maryland. I'm staying in the DMV, honey. I'm not going to Florida. I'm staying right here. This has everything that can offer anybody to see and do.
Yeah, I mean, both Jacob and I grew up in this area, and I mean, I think it says a lot that I'm 2 years into college, Jacob's 3 years into college, and we're still coming home and looking for jobs here because I love this area personally.
Yeah.
And the more I've been away, the more I've realized, oh shoot, I really like home.
Exactly.
I thought I would go to the Midwest and be like, oh, I'm going to live in Chicago, and every time I come home for a break or for summer, I'm just like, wow, DC is beautiful. That one grounded to Petre, and the out at the second base bag will do it. Braden Jones adds on 2 more Ks, and you're very lucky. The Big Train are playing pretty well right now.
The Big Train are now a big part of my vocabulary. I'm liking it. I like what they stand for. I like the way they play. I mean, when I was talking to the guys down there, they're just so passionate about their game. They're passionate about playing here. That just tells you how great the DMV is, and playing in this field. Man, if I was a college kid, and when I wish we had this for hockey. This is spectacular that they get to improve their skills against the elite players of the college ranks and live in the DMV. This is outstanding.
So you played college hockey, right?
Yes.
At
Clarkson University.
So were you able to kind of, you see all these guys, these college athletes,
Yep.
and wanting to go pro, and you played college hockey, especially now, like in the NHL. The college hockey really has grown. Like this past draft class,
Yes.
had like 4 of the top 5 draft picks went to Michigan. What does collegiate leagues like that? What are the benefits of that really going forward?
Well, it's interesting because I graduated. I went to college in 76 through 80, and at the time there were very few players coming into the NHL. I was sort of on the cusp of the new wave of players, starting with Ken Dryden, the Hockey Hall of Fame goaltender, and on through. And so Rod Langway also, I played against him in college. He's a Hall of Famer. So you go down the list of guys, and it was just the fact that, at the end of the day, I wanted to get an education. I was drafted real late in like the 10th or 11th round by Montreal, and they sent me a letter right away. They said, Craig, stay in college. You need to get better. And I said, okay, thanks, Montreal. I thought, I was going to be a big wheel and say I was a Montreal Canadian already. So I stayed the full 4 years, got my degree. And the college experience, when you are a college athlete and a college student, being involved in extracurricular stuff, doing whatever you love and are passionate about, there's nothing better. I tell all my kids, and both my kids went to college and played sports, it's the best combination. Sports and studies, there's nothing better.
So I'm going to turn the camera back. Luke Nowak, just with one of his ridiculous bunt singles, laid that down just in front of home plate and made it all the way. The wheels on this kid are ridiculous, continuing some of that firepower that he had in Olney on Monday. Very impressive.
Allie, is there any way you can do Caps games with me? Like that description, you just nailed it.
Oh, thank you.
I'll kick Joe out of the booth one night, okay?
I mean, if you want to give me a job,
I'm not allowing Jacob to take my job over, though, okay? I can't allow another color guy into the booth.
Come on, I played 4 years of high school hockey. Come on.
Okay.
Well, thank you. That's the highest compliment.
Yeah.
Just had to tell the people what they missed when they were looking at our faces instead of the field. 0-1 to Jefferson. That one hit well deep into right center. Going to make the catch. That's Hyder in the center for the Cropdusters, and 1 out on the board for the Train.
She would have to go through Mayday first, though.
Yes. Yes. Allie gets carte blanche in the booth. You have to go through Mayday.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay?
So, just have to ask.
Yep.
What was it like? I think you're very lucky to work for, obviously in the DMV, but the Capitals probably the team with the most consistent success out of all the big four in the district. So what's it been like? Just, you've been rewarded with such a successful organization.
Well, Allie, see how easy it is to do play-by-play when your team's playing well and winning?
Yes.
Right?
Totally.
It's hard.
Totally.
Remember, I had to go through a teardown, too, when
Yeah.
we sold off players.
Yeah.
And I tell Joe B, and I look at it all the time and say, that is the most difficult call because you can't be so negative that it turns off the fans.
Yeah.
And you can't be too positive or they don't believe you, right? We're in a situation with this baseball team that you can be critical if you wanted to be, but they're playing so well, why would you want to be? So we're trying to be passionate about the game of hockey, and at the end of the day, we are blessed. It's easy because we're in the entertainment field. When you're winning, everybody loves the show.
Yeah.
When you're losing, there may be distractors because they're losing because Craig said something about the goalie and he let in a goal. Now it's my fault on Twitter, right?
Yes,
I had
totally.
nothing to do with breaking his shutout. I might have said shutout, but they blame me. But no, he let in the goal.
Rob Carlin did that before.
Rob Carlin, yes. And he never lived it down. And I was the one that wouldn't let him live it down.
I remember that.
Athletic trainer out with Luke Nowak right now. There were 2 pickoff attempts in a row there from Vermilion. It looks like Luke fell over a bit. Patrick Reynolds just checking. Coach Sal and Coach Bender out there as well. No pitches to Petre yet. Hopefully Luke is all right. This guy right here on the first base bag, he is unreal. Goes to East Carolina. When we played this team at their field on Monday, he was he ended up 5 for 7, but on the streak to get there was 5 for 5.
Wow.
It was ridiculous.
That
and it
is
was
ridiculous. Now, are any of these players drafted?
Not yet.
Or are they not eligible?
Some might be eligible.
I would imagine. I think
But
all college players, they have the system.
Yeah, I've spoken to some who are hoping
I think
to
we were supposed to have one guy that was Nick Morabito.
Yeah.
He was supposed to get drafted, but he never showed.
So I've talked to some of them, like the guy we have on the mound tonight, Braden Jones. He plays for Ole Miss. They're the national champions. He was like, Bennett and I were talking to him, but one of our other interns were like, do you want to maybe play in the Cape next summer? And he's like, well, no, I kind of want to get drafted next summer. And I was like, whoa, I didn't even think about that. So. And
this is a developmental league, right? Because I did some due diligence before this, and I was talking to a young man, one of your interns, and he said, Craig, they don't use steel bats, they use wood because they want to prepare, right? Mm-hmm. Which was very interesting to me.
If I had to compare Luke Nowak to a Caps player,
who would it be?
That's a good little.
I would probably say Evgeny Kuznetsov. There's Luke Nowak is so dynamic. He's fast. Especially this season because Kuzi had those ups and downs, but Luke Nowak has always been a consistent player, and this season Evgeny Kuznetsov was very, very consistent.
I had a great discussion with one of your players before. I think he's a catcher, Wargo.
Yeah. Plays awesome.
Yeah,
he's great.
And he looks like a catcher.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to run into that guy. No, these guys are talented. I love that they want to hone their game. They want to get better to a man down there. They want to get better.
Yeah.
And this league provides this. And how can you beat this field in this atmosphere tonight?
Yeah, so Luke Nowak, unfortunately, is going to come off the field. He didn't look like he was limping or anything, so hopefully he's okay and it's just temporary. They've brought in TJ Rogers to pinch run.
You're supposed to say lower body injury.
Yeah. You can't disclose
Okay.
I never liked that about hockey is that they never disclose the injuries.
I know. It's upper body, lower body.
Like TJ Oshie this year.
Right. Exactly.
Walker, I want to talk about this, the Stanley Cup and how that, because there was so much heartbreak. Mm-hmm. And, as fans, I've probably been a fan for 13 years and you've covered this team for 25.
Right.
How much relief was that when you see Alex Ovechkin just lift the Stanley Cup in Vegas, tears coming from his eyes, especially because you played for the team. Just what was that like?
Well, yeah, it was spectacular because, remember, I went through some hard times when we lost to the Islanders all the time in the 80s, and we thought we were Stanley Cup winners, a chance to win a Stanley Cup. We were that good in the mid-80s, and we lost all the time to the Islanders, which was very disappointing. I think when the Capitals will look back, one Stanley Cup's fine, but I think in the Ovechkin run, the Caps could have legitimately had 3. Okay, and so they may look back on that in the future, but right now, having a Stanley Cup, remember there's about 10 teams that don't even have one. I think that put the Caps on the map to be a hockey town throughout the United States and the DMV. The fans, I skated with the Little Caps today. They had learned to play early this morning out in Prince William, and the kids are all wearing jerseys. They're all wearing Caps swag. They're all wearing Ovi jerseys. That's the big, obviously. Alex Ovechkin has put the franchise on his back, and we've got to be thankful for seeing in front of us every single night one of the greatest players ever to play the game.
And it doesn't seem like he's slowing down, too.
No, he's not going to slow down. I was thinking, I was talking to fans down there, and I was thinking when I got the history, but I had already looked it up, the history of the Big Train. I said, that would have been a great name for Alex. The Big Train.
I agree.
Not the Great Eight? The Big
I mean,
Train?
Alex, that's what I mean. The Big Train.
So TJ Rogers going to steal second. Schultz pops that one up. Infield coming in. Calabrese and Kirk coming over. Kirk, first baseman, going to make the catch. That'll be out number 3 in the Train. Leave TJ Rogers stranded out there, unfortunately, but still have the 2-0 lead. Thank you so much for joining us up here.
This is so awesome. And I tell you what, keep honing your skills. You're wonderful broadcasters. Just keep spreading the word. Keep working on your trade. You sounded terrific. There was nothing I would complain about. Joe B probably would, but I won't. Joe B's a perfectionist. But no, you guys are wonderful. And Allie and Jacob, thank you very much for having me on here. It was a treat and a thrill. And I'm gonna bring my family here. It's been that type of day for me, and it's something I'm now passionate about, and I want to see this team win again this year.
Awesome.
Blocker, we appreciate the time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We will be back shortly with the Cropdusters bats. Braden Jones gonna start his 4th inning of work. Welcome back. Top of the 4th. Braden Jones still on the mound. A 1-1 count here to Andrew Brate as he's leading off for the Cropdusters. And Jacob out, Bennett in. Bennett, welcome back to the booth.
Well, hello again. Hello again. Good to be here again.
The 1-1 from Jones bounces in the dirt, ball 2. And we just had a really cool moment, and I think Jacob was fangirling a little, not to expose him, but thank you to Craig for coming on. It was so awesome. He's a guy who works in the business that we all want to be in, and specifically broadcasting, so it was just really cool to have him up here. Hopefully kept you guys entertained, and always love when we can give you a bit of a break from our voices and bring in someone who can entertain. Braden Jones, a 3-1 count right now to Andrew Brate. Fires ball 4, so Brate gonna take his base on a walk. Bennett, what's the atmosphere like down there? You were down there doing social for the first couple innings?
Indeed I was. It's pretty packed out there. The Caps and I brought a lot of people here, and I don't know if was Craig up here when John Kramer absolutely crushed that home run?
I don't think he was,
Well,
but...
Well, the dugout got excited, Craig got excited when he went yard in the second.
Yeah, he is responsible for the offense right now. The Train, 2 runs, the homer, and then brought in Garrett Felix, who was on base. Jones gets started to Leach with a ball. Or excuse me, Kirk. Leach on deck. That one, swing, miss, strike one for Tyler Leach. Nope, for Kirk. Leach on deck. Sorry. Jones eyeing Brait out there on first. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a pickoff attempt. The 1-1 lands beautifully for Braden Jones. Bennett, we were talking about it, me and Jacob, earlier. Braden Jones has been a bit off in his last 2 starts, but tonight looking really good.
Oh, yeah, he's really commanding that fastball and slider from him. He's really, blowing that fastball. That's an SEC fastball right there, I'll tell you that.
The 1-2. 2-2, the count. Jones searching for his 5th K at the moment.
Now, you said last that you were expecting a pickoff move, but I've noticed Braden Jones has a really good pickoff move. It's really quick, and it really kind of gets the gets the runners, a little surprised when it does it.
He's got a full count now, and I was remembering that in that first performance back from Omaha and Alexandria, he had a dirty, successful pickoff at first. It was quite impressive. There it comes, but diving back safe is Brait. So still a full count to Kirk.
Now, we had Braden up here in the booth on Wednesday. He's a very fun guy, but then, in game, he's very serious.
3-2, swing and a miss, a pickoff attempt. Schiavone gets the throw to the infield, but over Holzmer. Pitre, though, there to back him up, making sure it doesn't roll into the outfield. So Brait going to be safe in scoring position, but down goes Kirk for Braden Jones's 5th K.
Now, Alec, I think they just called a batter's interference there on the steal, so both
out. All right, 2 outs then. No runner on for the Cropdusters.
So Kirk right there, when Schiavone was attempting to throw down to second, he leaned over in kind of that area that Schiavone's throwing path, and that is an out by rule.
Seen a couple of those this season. I remember there was one game against the Giants where one of their players got called for it twice. So 0-1 now here to Nichols, the DH. No, to Leach, the catcher.
We saw it against the Aces, and their manager got ejected because of it.
Oh, yeah, drama. There was some drama here last night at Povich. That one popped foul back behind our booth. Count 1-2. The 1-2. Again, hit foul that time toward the parking lot, beyond the batting cages, a car crusher perhaps. Count evens. It's a beautiful night. We were worried it was going to be hot, rainy, but it's lovely.
No, the rain did show up in the continuance of the first game, but it's a beautiful night here. Another one.
So a full count now for Braden Jones. That's back-to-back full counts. He fires. Or now it's a full count for Braden Jones. Excuse me. Scoreboard tweaking. The 3-2. Fouled. I was telling Jacob, I have the utmost respect for you all for keeping these jerseys on in this July weather. But, rock the red, right?
Standing in the first game to doing social media, there was some sweat going down my back.
The 3-2 hit into center field. That's DM Jefferson now there after Luke Nowak came off the field. So he'll make the catch, and that'll do it. Another scoreless inning for the Cropdusters, and great work from Braden Jones. Train still lead 2-0. But we're going to keep it right here because we've got a catalyst segment for you all at home. Going to turn the camera on Bennett and I. Bennett, you've been in the booth with me quite a lot this week, and it's pretty exciting that you get to be here for one of these.
Yes, I get to be a foodie today.
You do get to be a foodie. We haven't done a catalyst segment in a while, not since the Cool Hand Luke debuted. That was a really good hot dog. Shout out to Chris for sending that one up. Today we've got the My Schiavone. Yeah, based on a song from I think kind of a long time ago. I'm not really sure. My dad was like, "You don't know that song?" And I was like, "No," but whatever. Anyways, so here are the dogs for you. All right. Do a little, hopefully you can kind of see that. Anyways, they're basically like Italian dogs. And they are marinara, mozzarella, and basil.
Yep.
Okay. So here you are.
And I've already had 2 of these.
You've already had 2 today?
Not 2, just 2 hot dogs.
2 hot dogs. Okay. I was going to say, that would not be authentic to be
No.
taste testing the hot dog and you've already had it.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay, hold on.
What do we do? We take these out?
Just move your mic. We have to cheers, though. Yeah, we do. You have to. Okay, ready? Cheers. Okay. I think it works.
Oh, I definitely think it works too. I just, I don't know.
I'm a little confused.
I think my parents would just be a little disappointed for me having marinara sauce
On a hot dog?
However, I like it.
I like it a lot.
I enjoy the flavors. It's got good flavor to it. You wouldn't think it works.
I know.
But it works.
I was going to say, you would think the marinara and the hot dog taste would not mesh, but, like, I'm not mad at it. It's really good.
No, that's not. Great job from Chris. I mean,
Yeah,
does he ever do a bad
when
job?
do they ever fail us? Never.
Never does a bad job.
So, Chris, thank you for setting these up. The My Shvoni, if you can get to Povich, highly recommend. It's definitely an experience.
It has been pretty popular, one among the players and even among the fans here.
Nice. Things you love to see. Back to the baseball. Garrett Felix at the plate. Still Vermillion on the mound. We'll start with a ball to Felix. That one fouled in front of the plate for strike 1.
Felix reached on an error to the second baseman in his last at bat. Ended up coming in to score on the Kramer home run.
So Felix, the 1-1 count here, low for ball 2. I'm impressed with that hot dog. I'm still thinking about it.
Is that your favorite one?
No, I still like the it was like cheese and chili, and we tried it on like one of my first weeks of work. It was really good. The 2-1 swing and a miss for 2-2. I still need to try the Chicago dog because I'm a big fan of a Chicago dog, and I've obviously had them in the city itself.
I don't understand why that hasn't been like your first choice.
I just haven't been down there to get one. I'm busy up here during the game, so
I'm sorry.
this last week of work we'll have to. Garrett Felix, that one hit his leg, and Vermillion kind of punching himself there, very frustrated. But Felix going to take his base again off the fault of the Cropdusters.
Two-strike pitch. You have the batter needing to fight there, and just not the best feeling when a pitcher loses a batter on a hit by pitch, especially on an off-speed that bounces kind of in front of him and takes an unfortunate spin towards the batter.
And now he's got to face John Kramer, the man of the evening, with the home run. Brought home Felix the last time. Could he do it again? Felix running into second, making it there safely. Another stolen base this season for Garrett Felix.
That looked like a curveball from Vermillion to start. I don't know if Kramer's going to see a fastball in his at-bat. As the last fastball he saw, he might have sent it about 390 feet into right field.
That was one of the deepest, most powerfully hit home runs that we've seen from a big train batter this year.
He knew it right off the bat, too.
Yeah. That one in for ball 1. Vermillion eyeing Felix, who's taken quite the lead, hopping around the 1-1. Fouled toward the tennis courts. 1-2 count now for Kramer.
Felix was hopping off that bag.
Yeah, he getting a little jumpy out there in the infield. Vermillion Still eyeing Felix. Lots of back and forth, but the 1-2 to Kramer, low, but well protected by Leach behind the plate, making sure Felix isn't going anywhere.
Most of those situations, you see Felix on third base right there.
Yeah. Leach, I mean, this is the last time these two teams face each other. They know by now that Felix can run, so definitely going to eye him and do everything they can to keep him. Another fouled ball by John Kramer keeps the count 2-2. Vermillion, ball 3, full count. Vermillion has not actually walked any Big Train batters today.
I think he has a couple hit by pitches, though.
He does have the one that sent Felix to first. The 3-2 to John Kramer. And just as I was saying it, he does send a batter to base on a walk. So 2 runners on now for the Train, no outs, and Warren Holzmer coming up to bat.
Last 3 games, technically, opposing pitchers have done a really good job, keeping the Big Train off the free, at least getting free bases with those walks, forcing the Big Train to put the ball in play.
Vermillion to Holzmer, shows bunt, lands in front of the plate. Holzmer charging to first. He is out, but Felix coming all the way home. Garrett Felix, are you kidding me? The speedster showing off, and it pays off. Another run tacked on for the Big Train.
Not surprising to see that at all, Allie.
No, not at all. I mean, I say it, I joke about it all the time, and you're probably sick of me hearing it, but once Garrett Felix on base, he might as well be home. It's so rare that he doesn't round all the way, and he does it there. John Kramer now on second, and Colton Hegwood has just one out as he starts his at-bat.
I don't think Garrett Felix stopped running.
No, he didn't.
he played that like there was a single into center field, came all the way around, did not stop.
First pitch to Holzmer in the zone, count 0-1. Yeah, he started running and he didn't look back. He knew he was going to come home.
He got a little lucky with the throw being up the line a little bit. The first baseman of the Cropdusters to reach into foul territory a little bit, but even if.
So Vermillion steps off the mound a little and then chucks a pickoff attempt to Andrew Brate, but Kramer diving back safely.
Small ball paying off for the Big Train.
Yeah.
Saw last game, Heckwood laid down one that scored a run.
The 0-1 hit foul, again toward the tennis courts. Count 0-2. Vermillion eyeing Kramer, sends in the 0-2 to Hegwood, down swinging. And that'll be the third K of the game for Vermillion and bring up Jason Schiavone.
Now back to the Big Train from Laytonville, Maryland, number 20, Jason Schiavone.
Well, we have his hot dog up here, Adam.
I
Let's see
know.
if something good happens.
I know. Hopefully that'll. Hopefully this at bat will be as good as the hot dog. I'm wondering, like, collab-wise, whose idea everything was. I'm definitely curious. Gonna have to ask. Vermillion hot start. Count 0-1.
We should ask the players, out of all the players' dogs, which one's
your fave?
Yeah, which one is their favorite?
Okay, I'll ask. New question for when they come up here. Swing and a miss there, count 0-2. Vermillion, struggling a bit today, but he's done a good job rebounding after the runs do come in. I mean, John Kramer had the homer that tacked on 2 with Felix coming home, but then 3 back-to-back outs to end the inning there. So he's doing his job. The 0-2 to Schiavone. Low, ball 1. Did you get a towel?
I did get a towel.
Really nice DMV Caps towels that they're going up here today.
They sell those at the playoff games usually, and they're usually red.
We're getting them for free. Down swinging goes Jason Schiavone. He's 0 for 2 at the plate today. Unfortunately, has just not been his evening. But coming out now are the big train pitchers. Gonna clean off the mound a little bit.
Wow, this is like the Washington Nationals.
Caleb Woltz getting to work with the broom. Brandon Clark, Jordan Little, Jackson Ritchie all out there as well. Ritchie coming in with the watering can.
Did Braden Jones do this?
I'm not sure. Anyways, Braden going to get ready for a 5th inning of work. When we come back, it'll be the Cropdusters bats with Nichols leading off. Top of the 5th, Braden Jones with a fresh mound cleaned by his very own bullpen. 1-0 to start here to Greg Nichols.
I hate to say it, but Braden Jones better throw a 1-2-3 inning right here
if he requested that mound.
In the middle of the game.
The 1-0 ball 2. I mean, he's been working quickly tonight. He's had 4 1-2-3 innings. This is only the second at bat for Nichols here in the top of the 5th. 2-0 hit. Jefferson drops right in front of him in the center field. It'll be a base hit, second hit of the night for the Cropdusters.
Like you said, Allie, he's limited the walks tonight, so giving up a hit obviously won't make him the happiest man, but a lot of ways to work out of that. Ground ball, still work that 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, the Train have had a one double play tonight, and then I guess a double play of sorts, a strikeout and then a batter's interference. So 2 outs in one situation. But anyways, 1-0 to start to Milan, the center fielder. And yeah, Braden Jones just 2 walks in his 5 innings of work. We know he doesn't like those.
He does not like walks.
The 1-0 popped up to left field. Petre gets there to make the catch. Colton Hegwood attempts to throw it to second, and he's out. So it was a double play, a fly ball to short, and then I think he tossed it over to Colton Hegwood, who's now in left field, and they got the runner Nichols out at second. 2 outs
So, Allie, I think what actually happened there.
Hegwood caught it?
The ball ended up dropping.
Okay.
So, Hegwood didn't panic, threw it to second base, got the out there, and Nichols is on first. No, Milan is on first.
Okay, Milan on first. 1 out on the board. Scoreboard was confused too. They put 2 outs up there. Anyways, so now at the plate, Orr, third baseman. A 1-0 count for him. Pickoff attempt from Jones, but diving back safe is Milan.
Hegwood was at second base, I believe, before having to move to the outfield because of the Luke Nowak injury. Toby's okay.
Yeah, that one hit, grounded to Petre, but it bounces out of his glove. Hegwood there to back him up. 2 runners on now for the Cropdusters. But yeah, fielding changes for the Train. It's now Nowak out. DM Jefferson has moved from left to center. Hegwood has moved from the infield to the outfield at left field. TJ Rogers at third and Holzheimer at second. Coleman Calabrese now at the plate.
Braden in a little bit of a jam he has to get himself out.
Yeah, he has the 1 out, but now 2 runners on. Calabrese hits that one to center field. Jefferson makes the catch. So that's 2 outs now, and the runners will hold.
Braden Jones just jammed Calabrese right there. It looked like, but he hit it. Didn't look like he got jammed with the length of that ball. Seemed like he barreled it up, but I thought it'd be a little more shallow.
Now batting for the Cropdusters, Tyler Wright. Ball 1 to start here to Wright. Still on for the Cropdusters. Milan on second and Orr on first. Jones, the 1-0, bounces in the dirt, 2-0.
Jones is able to get out of this inning. It'd be the second time this year he'd go 5 innings. Last time going against the Gaithersburg Giants back on June 23rd.
The 2-0, ball 3. Yeah, would be huge, I think, for Braden to go 5 innings scoreless. Hasn't done so in a while.
And that outing against the Giants, he only gave up that 1 run. Go 5 innings of scoreless baseball if he were able to get out.
The 3-0 low, and that's a 4-pitch walk to Tyler Wright. So the bases are now loaded for the Cropdusters. Jones does have the 2 outs on the board, but a bit of a situation here as Hyder comes to the plate.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Kind of surprised to see Coach Lopez still sitting in that dugout. Usually we'd see him come out, try and talk to Braden.
Putting a lot of trust in Braden right now. First pitch, another ball, 5th straight for Jones here to Cole Hyder. And Schiavone going to come up. Lopez not coming to the mound, but looking like he might tell someone to run to the pen. Schiavone just having a little chat with his pitcher. I mean, if there's one thing that I can confidently say about Braden Jones is he's not shaken up right now. He can do it. I feel like he's got it.
We have the most confidence.
The most. The 1-0, another ball. That's 6 straight.
I mean, I'd say every pitcher on this pitching staff has the ability to get out of a bases loaded jam.
Jones, the 2-0, 3-0. So getting a little scary here for Braden. The 3-0 from Hyder. And that is ball 4. Back-to-back 4-pitch walks for Braden Jones. And that'll bring home a run. And the Cropdusters are on the board. Bases still loaded.
Now batting number 2, Andrew Grace.
Oh, here comes Coach Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez coming out. Schiavone also coming up again for a little mound visit. So now that brought Milan home. Jacob Orr is on third. Tyler Wright on second. And Hyder on first. Base is still loaded for the Cropdusters. Back-to-back 4-pitch walks from Braden Jones does it. I think they're keeping him.
No, I mean, if they were taking him out, I think Sal would have come out.
Yeah. Wanting Braden to get out of this jam on his own. Just has to face Andrew Brait. First pitch, another ball for Braden Jones. So still struggling to find the zone here. Jones, the 1-0. Another ball. This is the 7th batter faced in this inning. Again, just 3 faced in every inning prior for Braden Jones. The 2-0 to Brait, ball 3.
I don't think he's missing by much, Allie. That pitch might have been a little low, but didn't seem like it missed by much.
Jones, the 3-0 to Brait, and that's ball 4. 3 4-pitch walks in a row, going to bring home another run, and we have a 1-run ball game. Here comes Coach Sal. It's looking like it's going to be the end of the night for Braden Jones. Braden evidently looking very frustrated out there. Whole infield coming in for a meeting. Coming out from the pen is Merritt Beaker. So when we come back, after he warms up, look to see the ECU boy on the mound. On the mound now for the big train is Merritt Beaker. Bases are loaded for the Cropdusters. That's Wright on third, Hyder on second, Brait on first. Merritt Beaker on the mound facing Jimmy Kirk.
I believe Merritt Beaker last pitched against these Cropdusters on Monday, and he pitched very, very well.
Yeah, he did have a really good performance the last time we saw him. The 1-0 popped foul back toward us. Count evens 1-1. So Braden Jones, a really good first 4 innings. Unfortunately, just couldn't find the zone in the 5th here. Got 2 outs, but then back-to-back-to-back walks, and 2 runs would come home for the Cropdusters. It's now a 1-run ball game. That one popped foul almost identically. Going to go toward the concourse. Bounces right in the line for Brewster's Ice Cream. 1-2 count.
These people just want to get some ice cream on the Why does a baseball need to ruin that? Luckily, no one was harmed on the concourse.
Get Brewsters at your own risk, apparently. So Beaker now just a strike away from leaving all 3 of these guys stranded for the Dusters. He sends in the 1-2, and that hit Kirk. So Kirk going to take his base, and another run will come home for the Cropdusters, and we're all tied up.
It's like Jason is down on the play as well.
Yeah, Schiavone down, hoping that he's okay.
Beaker looked like he ran that slider in just a bit much.
Coach G coming over to check on Jason. It looks like he's okay, yeah. I think he's coming back. Dang, big trade players going down left and right.
We hadn't really seen that all year besides Bryce Green.
Yeah.
But obviously Schiavone is a catcher. They get the most of it out there. I think baseball's the mask, everything.
Tyler Leach at the plate now. Beaker gets started well. Swing and a miss there for Leach. Now on for the Cropdusters. Coming home there was Wright. So Hyder advances to third, Brait to second, and Kirk to first after he was hit by the pitch. The 0-1 from Beaker popped up foul. Looking like it's going to fall in the stands, but no, it falls right into the glove of Peyton Schultz. Nice hustle there from the first baseman. And that is out number 3, but the Cropdusters, after quite a series of events, tie this one up. So we will come back with the big train bats in the bottom of the 5th. Welcome back. Bottom of the 5th, leading off TJ Rogers, now in the leadoff spot for Luke Nowak. Nate Vermillion still on the mound for the Cropdusters. The 1-0 to Rogers, low, ball 2.
Are these new hats for the Cropdusters?
I don't know.
No, they go with the all-black jerseys and then the yellow hat.
The 2-0 is ball 3. 3-0 count here to Rogers. I can't remember. They had bright red warm-up shirts that I didn't recognize, but
No, I don't know if I've seen these hats before.
and the 3-0 in. Vermillion fighting back. That one hit foul toward the pen, and now it's a full count.
One thing I've noticed is that the starting pitchers across the league, they're starting to go more and more innings each time.
Yeah.
You see it.
The 3-2 hit to center by Rogers. Tracking in is Hyder. He'll get there, out 1. Yeah, in the beginning, we really only saw the starting pitchers being pushed like 3-ish innings, and since have been going 5, 6.
Vermillion with a nice full count breaking ball there. So he has confidence to throw all or any pitch for strike in any count.
DM Jefferson at the plate now for the Train. Ball 1. Vermillion fires the 1-0. Jefferson hits that one deep into left field, but Milan going to be there, and that's back-to-back fly balls to the outfield. Take care of 2 outs. It's going to be up to Emilian Pitre to try to make something happen here for his team.
Now batting with the big train, number 16, Emilio Pitre.
Strike 1 there to Pitre.
Pitre has a single, I believe, in this game, correct?
Yep. Low for ball 1. It was the ball hit to left field, and Brait,
Yes.
the shortstop, and Milan, the left fielder, were tracking it, but kind of a miscommunication dropped right between them. The 1-1 hit by Pitre down the right field side, and that'll be a base hit. Oh, right fielder losing track of it, and Emilian going to slide into second safely. All right, 2 outs. Now in scoring position is Emilian Pitre, bringing up Peyton Schultz.
A lot of times there you might see guys jog down the first baseline for their singles, but Pitre was running all the way. He might have was thinking 2 from the batter's box, and luckily the right fielder did bobble it, and Pitre took advantage.
So Peyton Schultz, no one better on this team at bringing in runs. I believe he got to the 25 mark for RBIs in yesterday's doubleheader versus the Braves. That one fouled off behind us. Count 0-1. So stepping off the mound is Vermillion. Little fake pickoff attempt to Pitre. Still an 0-1 count to Schultz. Chucks in the 0-1, drops 0-2. A nice pitch from Vermillion.
That was a nice curveball right there that dropped into the zone. Looked like it started at Schultz's head. Ended up in the middle of the strike zone.
So Vermillion readying for the 0-2. Petrie out there on second. That one bounces in the dirt for ball one. I mean, Tyler Leach, credit to him behind the plate, has been doing a very good job protecting the pitches, especially considering the tendency of these big train guys to run any chance they can.
Petrie is not a slow runner one bit.
Nope. The 1-2 to Schultz, fouled back. Peyton staying alive here.
Got 2 outs here. Petrie is running on anything, so anything in the outfield, Petrie will most likely get the send from Coach G.
Vermillion shaking his head no to several. Settles on the pitch, though, from Leach. Eyes Petrie, fires the 1-2 to Schultz. Chopped foul toward third base. Peyton Schultz not going down without a fight here. 0 for 2 at the plate today. A fly ball to left and then a fly ball to first in the infield. Vermillion. The 1-2 to Schultz. Well hit into left field. Gonna drop it. Emilian Petrie coming all the way home. Mr. RBI does it again. Oh my goodness. Peyton Schultz exercising so much patience, making Vermillion work for it, and it was so worth it, Bennett.
Yeah, well, Schultz, nice piece of hitting there on a high fastball. Vermillion obviously did not elevate it enough. Can't leave it too much in the zone, especially when facing Mr. Schultz.
So the big train take back the lead, 4-3 now with Garrett Felix at the plate. Peyton Schultz on first.
Petrie was running on that play. However, I don't think that was a hit and run. Obviously, with 2 strikes, Peyton Schultz did have to protect at the plate.
First pitch to Felix, ball. In for strike 1 to Garrett Felix here. Still 2 outs on the board, 1 runner on. And 1-2 the count now to Felix.
Thinking this could be Vermillion's last batter if Felix is able to get on base. Obviously, Kramer is up next, and he has hit a home run along with a walk tonight against Vermillion.
The 1-2 to Felix. Hit, drops in center field, and a base hit for Garrett Felix. The train doing great stuff here, and it'll bring up John Kramer, who, like we said, has gotten on base once tonight with a walk and then had the home run. Looking like Vermillion's going to stay out there, though.
Yep, Kramer has a chance to extend the big train lead here. Peyton Schultz is no Emilian Petrie, though, on the bases, so see if Kramer can knock it over the fence again or hit a gapper to score both runs.
Starts off with a foul ball back into the net. 6 hits for the big train now.
After coming alive a bit in this inning.
Yeah, just when they needed to. I mean, times were getting a bit stressful after the Cropdusters tied it up, but the offense luckily able to rebound and, keep this game alive. That one fouled back into the net again. So an 0-2 count for John Kramer. Vermillion eyeing Schultz, but sends in the 0-2 for ball 1.
has to be careful here with Kramer. Kramer has shown a lot of fight in his last at bat.
Vermillion, the 1-2, fouled again. So, still showing that fight you just mentioned, Bennett, is John Kramer. And, you know, the 2 outs on the board came with the first 2 at-bats. T.J. Rogers flew out to center, DM flew out to left, and since then, Vermillion kind of sparked things with the single and then reaching second on the error from the right fielder, and train have been rolling. 3 base hits in a row. The 1-2 to Kramer, another ball.
Wow, this team is so good with 2 outs.
Yeah, seriously.
And then the first game against the Gaithersburg Giants, that one inning, that one big inning, most of those runs came with 2 outs.
Yeah. They love to keep us on our toes, keep things stressful. Vermillion readying for the 2-2. He fires to Kramer, and down looking goes John Kramer. So Vermillion gets himself out of the inning, but the big train tack on one more. An RBI single from Peyton Schultz sent home Emilian Pitre, and they have the lead again. When we come back in the top of the 6th, it'll be the Cropdusters bats and Merritt Beaker still on the mound. Top of the 6th and leading off for the Cropdusters is Greg Nichols. Again, that's Merritt Beaker on the mound. Faced 2 batters in the last inning when he came in for Braden Jones. Hit Kirk, and that brought home a run as the bases were loaded. But then a nice catch by Peyton Schultz in foul territory to end it. That one, speaking of fouls, fouled off.
Yeah, we've got a little pink sky.
I know. It's kind of a cool sky tonight at Shirley Povich.
Clouds are coming in a little bit, but yeah, there's some shades of pink out there.
I'm so glad it didn't rain. Let's talk about it. The 0-1 from Beaker in 0-2. I was confused what would even happen if it rained because, A, we didn't have to finish 1 game, but 2.
We don't have a lot of regular season games left.
That too. The 0-2 grounded but foul.
A nice play from Peyton Schultz in foul territory.
Yeah. Still the 0-2 count. Yeah, I don't really know when this would have been made up, to be honest.
We still have another game to make up if we are even making it up against the Aces.
We're playing a doubleheader.
Oh, when is that?
Thursday. Last regular season game, we're playing a doubleheader. Got that in from Patrick. Down looking goes Nichols. 1 batter face, 1 out for Merritt Beaker. But yeah, we are playing a doubleheader on Thursday.
That is going to be another long day.
Now it's Milan at the plate for the Dusters, the left fielder. Beaker. First pitch to him. Ball 1. Yeah, it's going to be a long day.
Kind of crazy, Alec. I don't think we got a cancellation really in June. It's really all happened in July.
Yeah, the rain at least. We had to finish the Cropdusters games from June
Well,
because of the darkness, but
yeah.
yeah, the rain all happened in July. 2-0 here to Milan. 2-0 high, ball 3. Beaker, one of our 4 guys from ECU. 3 pitchers and 1 outfielder in Luke Nelwalk. And that'll be ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk from Merritt Beaker will send Milan to first and bring up Orr.
Now batting number 5, Jacob Orr.
Jacob Orr, the third baseman, number 5, playing at the 5. Thanks. I heard a little.
You gotta chuckle out of me.
Ball 1 to Orr. On deck, Coleman Calabrese. The 1-0 in to Orr. Orr 1 for 2 at the plate today. Struck out in his first at-bat and then a single in the second. One of the 3 hits for the Cropdusters tonight. Beaker, the 1-1, fouled a little too close for comfort toward us. Count 1-2.
Are you just saying that because every time a ball's hit back here, you flinch?
I don't flinch every time. I've gotten better. If it goes way over. That one, though, I could see it for a little too long. I was getting nervous.
Well, next time I'll bring you a glove.
No thanks. 1-2 down swinging goes Jacob Orr. So 2 outs for Merritt Beaker. Got to face Coleman Calabrese now at the plate. Good stuff from Merritt Beaker. I mean, he got off to the rocky start with the hit to Kirk. The pitch hitting him, I mean. But really, dealing now finds his own to get started to Coleman Calabrese.
If I remember correctly, he didn't have the best opening debut for the big train in his start, but I think ever since then he's been one of our best pitchers out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he really struggled in his big train debut at Olney. Swing and a miss there, count 0-2, but since has been rolling. Yeah, he's been really great out of the pen. Again, from East Carolina, a very impressive college baseball program. And the 0-2, 1, 2, 3, and he goes down swinging. 3-pitch strikeout from Merritt Beaker. Great stuff. Leaves Milan stranded out there on first. Keeps the Cropdusters bats silent, and when we come back, it'll be the big train on offense in the bottom of the 6th. Welcome back. Bottom of the 6th. Leading off for the big train is Warren Holzmer, and a pitching change. Vermillion comes out after 5 innings of work, and on the mound now is Michael Walsh from University of Maryland.
Ray Ash has got to be happy down there, right?
Probably. Walsh not going to face his teammate in Sean Lane. I guess unless Sean comes into pinch hit or something, but right now Lane not playing for the train. 1-0 on a ball to get started. The 1-0 to Holzmer in for strike 1. Walsh, the 1-1 swing there for Holzmer. Count 1-2.
That looked like a slider from up here, and he really framed that in the inside part of the plate.
The 1-2. Another ball. Count even. 2-2. In there. Down looking. Holzmer cannot believe it. So that'll be one batter faced and 1K for Michael Walsh. Now batting for the train, Colton Hegwood. Michael Walsh pitched 6 1/3 innings this year for University of Maryland, a program that was very impressive this past season. Walsh, first pitch, a ball to Hegwood, he holds back.
Excited to see what Maryland does in the future. They got a great head coach, that had one call in that Game 7 against UConn that was terrible. So, excited for that program. That program's heading in the right direction. I
completely agree. I know I had Andrew Johnson up here yesterday, and we were just talking about how it's been, it was such a great year for them, but they aren't losing much. I mean, they have a lot of guys returning, a lot of talent returning. That one fouled off, count 2-1. And he said, with so many people coming back, they're ready to go for next season.
Well, will definitely be fun to watch. Hopefully they'll be in the top 25 for most of the year.
Definitely up in the standard of Big Ten baseball, which I'm excited to see. Conference that isn't necessarily known for its baseball, but definitely could be. 3-1 now to count to Colton Hegwood.
Yeah, Big Ten teams are getting better and better.
Yeah, put some respect on Big Ten baseball. Illinois had a good year. Rutgers had a good year. A lot of people think they were snubbed in terms of postseason play. The 3-1 goes wild, but a ball nonetheless. So Colton Hegwood going to take his base on a walk.
Can't help to say it, Alan, that Big Ten baseball is no SEC baseball.
It is not. I'm not going to argue at all or take offense to that. It completely isn't. I mean, there's a reason we see so many SEC guys on this roster and only two Big Ten guys on this roster. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully it can get there in the future, and the success of Maryland is just helping it do so. But, yeah, SEC baseball, a whole nother breed. Jason Schiavone at the plate now. First pitch, a ball to him.
Give it to Michigan, though. They did make the College World Series Finals 3 years ago. However, their head coach actually left for Clemson.
Yeah.
So, they'll probably have a good head coach replacing them in Ann Arbor.
2-0 now to Schiavone. On deck, TJ Rogers in that leadoff spot. Walsh, the 2-0, another ball, high.
Jason Schiavone has yet to put batting gloves back on.
So still superstitious?
A little bit.
Were you the one telling me about that, or was that Ian?
Well, he told me.
Did Ian tell you about it?
When I interviewed him after the game, he said, no, not going back to him until something else happens, I guess.
So a 4-pitch walk to Jason. Now 2 runners on for TJ Rogers as he comes up. Yeah, Ian told me so that one day it really, really rained. Jason's gloves got wet, and then he couldn't use them for like a day, and then he hit like a home run and then just stopped using them.
In that game he had I think he had 2 hits. One crushed a home run into left field, so he hasn't used them since. Got to do what you got to do.
So it's back-to-back walks for Walsh. A little mound visit, a little Jeopardy music for you at Povich.
You know, Colton Hegwood, he doesn't use batting gloves either, and Boney not using batting gloves right now, but Allie, I'm going to tell you, I don't know if I could do that. If I get jammed, I think I don't know what would happen to my hands. It would really hurt for a long time, and I don't know if I'd like that to happen.
As someone who's like never held a bat, that's not true. But like never swung a bat, really, I have no stake in this. I have nothing to contribute.
Well, when
but I believe you.
I think you should go up in the 20-degree weather up in Chicago and take a fastball and
Okay.
get jammed and see what happens out.
All right.
It's a science experiment.
First pitch to Rogers, another ball for Walsh. That's 5 straight. So now Colton Hegwood on second, Jason Schiavone on first, 1 out.
See if we see don't think Rogers not show bunt there, but it could be a nice time for a bunt to advance runners.
The 1-0 almost looked like a piece of the bat broke. Hegwood going to dive safe at third, and TJ Rogers called safe at first as well. So, or was Hegwood called out? I don't see him.
Hegwood was called out, and I'm kind of surprised.
Rogers was...
No, I was kind of surprised Jacob Ward didn't try and get the 5-4-3 double play there. Instead, he tried to get the 5-3 double play unassisted. I think he would have gotten a chance to get Rogers if he had gone to second base there. But 2 outs now for DM Jefferson.
Yeah, so TJ going to reach. Guess on a fielder's choice. DM at the plate now. Takes it for ball 1. So Schiavone on second, Rogers on first.
See right there, Allie. TJ Rogers' hands might be stinging a little bit as he broke his back there.
DM hits that one. First baseman diving, can't get there. Coming all the way home is Jason Schiavone. And safe at third, Rogers. DM Jefferson, an RBI single. Train tack on another run. Great stuff.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there from Jefferson. Snuck a dropping ground ball through the 4-3 hole. Yeah, there was a lot of room there between the first and second baseman. I think the second baseman was shaded over towards the bag a little bit for maybe possible steal reasons, but he's also playing deep right now. So.
First pitch to Petre, a ball, and again with the 2 outs on the board, the Train get fired up and make something happen. DM Jefferson was 0 for 3 until that RBI single, so heating up just at the right moment.
Love to see it, Allie.
You do love to see it. Now there's runners in the corners. Emilian Petre at the plate, a guy who never backs down with 2 outs on the board. Little pickoff attempt there unsuccessful, so still a 1-0 count to Emilian. Walsh, the 1-0, becomes 2-0 to Petre.
What if we see DM on the move here? Possible steal play, try and get Rogers home.
Yeah. The 2-0 to Petre, 3-0 now. Yeah, I mean, more than possible. DM loves to run. He's very good at it.
May not risk it here, though, with the 3-0 count with one of the best hitters in the lineup.
Walsh eyeing DM, but sends in the 3-0 to Emilian in 3-1. So again, the Train really just slowly but surely taking this lead back. It was a stressful top of the 5th. And there he goes, DM on the move. But a walk to Petre anyways. So the base is loaded for the Big Train. Bring up Peyton Schultz. Bases loaded. Rogers on third, DM Jefferson on second, Petre on first, and Peyton Schultz at the plate, who had an RBI single in his last at-bat. Bit of a sticky situation here for the Cropdusters. Michael Walsh on the mound.
Walsh has 3 walks, and he can't afford... Oh.
Schultz smacks that one down center field. Second baseman gets there, and DM Jefferson tagged out before he can reach home, but Rogers in safely. So the big train tack one more on, lead 6-3. Good play from Calabrese to get it over to the catcher, Leach, and tag Jefferson before the big train could tack another one on. That's the third out, but extend the lead to 6-3 with 2-run inning. And Merritt Beaker going to continue to work out there on the mound when we come back. Now batting for the Cropdusters, Tyler Wright and Merritt Beaker still on the mound, like we said before the break. Starts with a ball. And great stuff from the big train. Have tacked on 3 runs of their own since the Cropdusters had the 3-run top of the 5th, and now with a 6-3 lead.
And not many runs yesterday. Good to see the big train score a few here tonight.
That one bounces to Amelia and tosses it over to Peyton Schultz at first, and first out on the board.
I know that was routine for most people, but the way Amelia and Petre just fielded that, kind of just threw that off one leg. That was Robinson Cano-esque to me right there. That was so smooth. You know, that's just what you get from Amelia and Petre at short these days.
Yeah, he is so athletic. Can really do it all. Such a great infielder, and then also at the plate, obviously, such a force for this big train offense. Now batting back to the top with Hyder. Hyder pops that one up. Schiavone looking at it, but it'll fall towards the Brewster's line again.
That's twice now.
Yeah, scaring some fans. 1-1 count. Dang, get Brewster to your own risk for real this evening.
You need to bring a shield with you next time.
Maybe we should give out helmets. We're going to get ice cream. The 1-1, and was going to show bunt there, but it would be a ball.
T.J. Rogers playing even with the bag. Oh, now comes in a little bit on the grass.
The 2-1 to Hyder. Popped up in the infield. Petre calling it. And the catch. 2 batters face, 2 outs.
Just efficiency from Beaker right there. Not trying to do too much. Letting Cropdusters put it in play. this defense won't make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, it's rare you see an error from this Big Train defense. They are so smart and very versatile. Guys moving around all the time. Andrew Brait at the plate. Ball one.
Nice little run there, Alex.
Thanks, Bars.
Didn't need to add that, but okay.
Sorry. The 1-0 from Beaker. 2-0. Beaker fires the 2-0. That one popped up. Schultz tracing it, and he's got it. A 1-2-3 inning from Merritt Beaker. Very efficient stuff from him and the Big Train defense. Cropdusters can't make anything more happen on offense. Train still leads 6-3 as we enter the top of the 8th. The bottom of the 7th. At the plate now for the Big Train, it's Garrett Felix. Still on the mound for the Cropdusters is Michael Walsh. Has not faced Felix yet. 1-0 to get started. The Big Train, again, slowly but surely, taking this lead and taking the game back into their control. Was 3-3, now 6-3. 2-0 the count to Felix. I think the vibes are excellent tonight here at Shirley Povich Bennett.
Yeah, I mean, Greg Laughlin, just being here. You know, the Caps draw. Just the Washington Capitals in general draw a great crowd. So.
They really do. That one in there, 2-1. And, you know, Craig was talking about it. The Caps have really, you know, they're one of the most successful, consistently successful teams that DC has in terms of, like, Big Four sports teams. That one fouled off, count 2-2. And, you know, part of that is just we are so lucky to have grown up watching Alex Ovechkin play every season. Like, it's actually ridiculous, and he's really put the Caps on the map as one of the best teams in the league. Obviously carried them to a Stanley Cup in 2018 and just really draws a lot of fans. It's really cool to have an athlete of that star power in the DMV because I think often we don't really have that here.
Well, obviously we get those DC Sports gets those the star players once in a while, but Alex Ovechkin, his whole career with the Capitals.
Yeah, a franchise player.
Franchise player, and you know it's. Switch to baseball real quick. We want Juan Soto to be the franchise player for the Nationals, but he just declined his $415-year contract offer. So we'll see what happens. And that didn't make me very happy.
It's what I call a big oof.
Really? So is that what you're nice.
3-2, full count here to Garrett Felix.
Sure. We'll call it a big oof.
Because even like players like Ryan Zimmerman, who are franchise players, don't really necessarily have the same star power, I think, as Alex Ovechkin, and then football-wise, we lacked in that. The 3-2 grounded to the second baseman Calabrese and over to Kirk at first. Little 4-3 action for the first out.
No, I just think the difference there is, Ovechkin has, everyone across the NHL, everyone knows who Alex Ovechkin is. Second most, or second or third all-time goal scorer in the National Hockey League, but just Ryan Zimmerman. And just Nats fans know how successful he was.
Yeah.
True MLB fans will know as well, but just the impact he made, the impact that Ryan Zimmerman made for Nats fans and on the Washington, D.C. community, it was amazing with his time with the Nats.
Couldn't agree more. The 1-0 to Kramer, ball 2. And also, I think, shows in the way that the Nats honored him this year. He was literally the heart and soul of that team for so many years, and to see him kind of rounded off with a World Series is awesome. That one grounded to the shortstop and over to Kirk. Good job there from Brait. Almost lost it, but gained control and got it over to first in time. Back-to-back outs for Walsh, doing a much better job than he did when he came in the 6th.
Yeah, nice adjustment from there, from Brait. Right there, the ball took a big hop once it got to the dirt, and luckily Brait stuck his glove up in the right place and made a nice throw at first.
Walsh hits that one. Holsey down to third and over to first. So a 4-3, a 6-3, and then a 5-3 put out will take care of the train. A 1-2-3 inning for Michael Walsh, and Merritt Beaker coming back out to pitch again when we enter the top of the 8th. Merritt Beaker still on the mound, like we said before the break, and Jimmy Kirk at the plate for the Cropdusters. Big Train still lead 6-3. Top of the 8th here at Shirley Povich. That one fouled back to start.
A lot of foul balls coming our way, Allie.
I know. You ever caught a press box foul ball?
No. No, I have not.
Me either, but just thought I'd ask.
That's probably one of the rarest things to see.
Probably. The 0-1 from Beaker, 1-1. Merritt Beaker, this is, came in and faced 2 batters, so got 1 out. So far has pitched 2 and a third. Doing really good work for the Train here. The 1-1 hit deep into right center field. Kramer calls it, makes the catch. That'll bring up Tyler Leach. Beaker still rolling.
In a groove.
In a groove, yeah. So Leach at the plate, Nichols on deck. Leach had a base hit in the second inning, but 2 fly balls in his last 2 at-bats. Beaker, sheesh, 0-1. I haven't seen the guys with the radar gun lately.
I know, they were...
Can they get back out there?
Before the All-Star break, and, just against the Cropdusters this week, they were active back then.
The 0-1 in again, ahead now, 0-2. Yeah, when we were at Olney, they're sitting right next to us doing it. There are like 3 of them doing it. I don't know why that's necessary, but the 0-2, a ball.
They had a paper, and they were logging it and stuff. Looked like some coaches back there.
They're just vibing.
They were vibing. It's what they do. It's vibe. Wonder if the hammock's set up back there.
The 1-2, fouled back. Schiavone definitely got a piece of that, but looks okay. I don't see the hammock. That was too funny when Braden was like, well, Connor wanted a hammock, so I had to take him to get one because he didn't want to go by himself. So what he said, he goes, I basically had to hold his hand. Too funny.
Boys gotta hang out with each other.
Beaker shakes his head no. 3 pitches in a row, but finally settles. And the 1-2 comes in, down, swinging. Goes Leach, Merritt Beaker, back-to-back out. Someone screaming in the crowd. Oh, my goodness.
Allie, that was just the score, or
The sound effect?
that was the sound effect, yes.
That's a sound effect?
That was the R2D2 sound effect.
Why are we still using that? It's not a...
It's a funny sound effect. It's a fun sound effect.
Okay,
What do you mean?
fine. It's not Star Wars night, that's all.
Doesn't have to be.
I guess not. First pitch, swing and a miss for Nichols. So Beaker dealing. He's up to 4 Ks. Beaker, the 0-1 ball. Shoney, good job snagging that one. Beaker fires the 1-1 and another swing for Nichols. Count 1-2 now. Beaker potential for a 1-2-3 inning would be his first of the game since he came in. And he delivers the 1-2. Did he come around? He did. So Merritt Beaker does complete the 1-2-3 inning, records his 5th K, and holds the Cropdusters scoreless yet again. When we come back, it'll be the bottom of the 8th, Colton Hegwood leading off. Welcome back. At the plate for the big train, Colton Hegwood, Michael Walsh still on the mound. A really great 1-2-3 inning for him in the bottom of the 7th. Going to look to continue that, but he'll hit Hegwood immediately. That one came in hard. Hegwood going to take his base. That happened fast.
Off speed that just did not get over the plate. That was definitely looked to be a slider.
The third hit by pitch we've seen, one from Vermillion and one from Walsh, and then the one from Beaker in his first batter faced.
Well, let's see if the big train can get a few more insurance runs before heading to the 9th.
At the plate now, Jason Schiavone, who walked in his last at-bat. Strike one to him. Walsh eyeing Hegwood there. A little pickoff attempt, and Hegwood's safe. Kirk almost stepped on him.
A nice move by Walsh and Colton leaning a little bit.
Walsh, the 0-1 to Schiavone, and again 0-2. Crunch time for Jason now. Struck out twice today and then walked in the last at-bat. And the 0-2 ball.
The big gap again between the second and first baseman. Let's see if Jason did put together a nice two-strike approach.
The 1-2, and Jason goes down swinging his third K of the game, and Walsh's second. Gets the first out and brings up TJ Rogers.
Now back to the big train. Numbers with 7, TJ Rogers.
I believe Rogers has a new bat at the plate right now after Greggy's bat in his last AB.
First pitch to Rogers, ball high. He didn't even fully break it. It kind of looked like some of it just got chipped off.
Well, that's a broken bat.
It is definitely broken, but it wasn't like it wasn't like the drama of a
split
snap in half. Yeah. The 1-0 lands beautifully there.
When it chips off, he probably gets the ball off the end of the bat.
Walsh, the 1-1 to Rogers. 1-2 or 2-1? 2-1.
I believe it's 2-1.
Yeah. Scoreboard's telling me 1-2. I was like, no. You just gotta trust your gut sometimes, you know?
Or you just look at the umpire.
True. Another pickoff attempt. Hegwood. Safe. On deck, DM Jefferson. Bruce is back.
Bruce is back. Bruce was just at the Open Championship at St. Andrews.
Swing and a miss there for TJ. Count 2-2. Yeah. Our wonderful president, founder, or I never really know. He's in charge of everyone. Bruce Adams was at the Open in Scotland. Very cool.
For all the golf fans, Rory McIlroy in the lead going into the final round.
Yeah, down swinging goes TJ Rogers. 2 outs, and DM Jefferson going to come to the plate. Back-to-back Ks for Michael Walsh.
You ever golfed out?
So I've never really golfed, but I've been with my dad a couple times when I was in elementary school, and it was good. I've swung a golf club before. Had a hole-in-one in mini golf last summer in Maine. That was huge. Hegwood running, gonna make it in safely. A nice attempt there from Leach, but Hegwood just a bit too speedy and ball just a little too far back before the throw could be completed in the infield. So Hegwood now in scoring position, and DM a 1-0 count.
Congratulations on that hole-in-one, Roy.
Thank you.
I know that probably made you very happy.
It did. Walsh, the 1-0. DM swing and a miss for strike one. Walsh really doing a good job here. Again, struggled a bit in his first inning of work, but continuing the momentum from the 1-2-3. 1-1 to DM high for ball 2. It was really satisfying to come. We, like, got back to the lobby or whatever, like, the cashier, and she was like, did anyone hit a hole-in-one? And I was like, yep, me. And my dad was like, not me. Felt pretty good.
I guess Alec felt like he was on top of the world.
I did. The 2-1 to DM. Another swing evens the count.
Get a prize.
Did I get a prize? I don't.
Stickers, any,
No. No.
bragging rights, of course.
Bragging rights over my dad, yeah. Felt pretty good. Big golf guy. Walsh, the 2-2. Fouled back. DM gonna keep fighting. Feels nice out.
Nice. I'm a little hot in this. I'm still wearing my Capitals
I'm
shirt.
impressed.
Yeah, and it's
Over the polo. The polo low-key not as breathable as you'd think it would be.
no, it sticks to your body.
It really sticks. It really sticks. The 2-2 and down looking goes DM Jefferson. Walsh now with 4 Ks back to back to back to take care of 3 outs after hitting Colton Hegwood, who's left stranded out there on second. But the train still leads 6-3. Merritt Beaker coming back out. He's rolling as we enter the top of Milan at the plate to start here in the top of the ninth for the Cropdusters. They'll have one last chance to try and make something happen. Have to get through Merritt Beaker, though.
How about Beaker, Allie? It's been great tonight.
He's been excellent tonight. We've only gone through 2 pitchers. Braden Jones pitched 4 2/3, and Beaker has been in ever since, and he's done a really good job. The 1-0 in 1-1 here to Milan. On deck, Jacob Orr in the hole, Coleman Calabrese, and it's only 9:30-ish, top of the ninth. Could be a quick game if Beaker can continue what he's done so far. The 1-1, 2-1 now.
Just been so impressed by these East Carolina pitches. You know, obviously Jordan Little closed out last game. You know, we got Eric Ritchie and Merritt Beaker on the mound right now.
The 2-1, and again, 2-2. Yeah, I mean, every ECU guy, the 3 pitchers plus Luke Nowak, have just been such an asset for this Big Train team. And I think if I'm the ECU coaching staff, I'm excited to have all 4 of them back in the fall. That one fouled down third base side. Count remains the same.
Really looking forward to seeing that program break through. You know, they made it to the Super Regional the past couple of years, but unfortunately have come up a little short. But I do sincerely think they'll be in Omaha very, very soon.
Yeah, they have been on the up and up, like you said, and should be exciting. I'm also just excited to have, I've said this on the call before, but just to have so many new guys to follow in college baseball. Have to keep track of everyone. Beaker, a full count, turns into a walk for Milan. He's going to take first and bring up Jacob Orr. you're going to have a lot of these guys to watch because you're an SEC guy, so that's really fun. I'm just going to have Sean and Andrew, but...
Yeah, well, once the tournament begins, you're going to have most of these guys will most likely be in the tournament, so a lot of guys to watch.
Yeah. Well, back to the net to start for Orr. It was funny. Andrew was up here yesterday and just kind of asking him about, how much of how big of a season Maryland had, and I mentioned they had a perfect game against Northwestern. So I was like, we joke at Northwestern that we were part of the history one way or another, and he thought that was pretty funny. So.
Well, Andrew definitely witnessed, history right there. There's only been even in the MLB, one of the most rare things to see in the ball field, on the ballpark.
The 1-1, 2-1 now to Orr. Yeah, he said that it's probably the most special thing he's ever witnessed as a baseball player, which I can completely see being true. It's really, really cool, and they did such wonderful things this season. Ryan Ramsey, the pitcher responsible for that, going to be back in the fall. That one drops. Jefferson dives for it, and they say he caught it?
No, he did not catch it.
Okay, never mind. Unfortunate. So safe at second is Milan. A base hit for Orr. Great effort from DM Jefferson, but falls just short.
Now batting for the Cropdusters, number 44, Will Baumhofer.
They've brought in a pinch hitter for Coleman Calabrese. It's now Baumhofer.
Now, those line drives are just so tough for outfielders. A lot of times, at least in the MLB, there's been a couple inside the park home runs there, and a lot of times when the center fielder comes charging in on those baseballs and it drops in front of them, sometimes the ball will skip over them and the ball could roll forever. But luckily, Jefferson did a good job almost catching that and keeping the ball in front.
Yeah, Coleman Calabrese walked once today, but then went 0 for 2, so he is out. Baumhofer now pinch hitting. Little mound visit for Merritt Beaker. Hopefully a little bit of that positive energy from Lopez will get Beaker back on his feet. That's Milan out on second, or out on first, and only the first hit given up by Merritt Beaker since he came in, and the fourth of the evening for the Cropdusters.
See anyone in the big train bullpen right now?
There is someone warming up. I cannot see. Eric Ritchie's in there, but he looks like he's just chilling. It's the only number I can see is 35, which would be him, but doubt he's coming in right now. So Beaker's still on the mound. 2 runners on, no outs. First pitch to Baumhofer. Hit foul. Down right field side, count 0-1. On deck, Tyler Wright. Beaker ball change here. The 0-1 from Beaker to Baumhofer. Ball.
There's a big hole between the third baseman, Rogers, and shortstop Petrie right now.
Another pitch, another ball from Beaker. Count 2-1. Baumhofer batting 188 on the season. 16 at-bats for the Cropdusters, so nothing crazy. Interested why they brought him in here. And the 2-1, ball 3. The walk here would load the bases for the Cropdusters, so bit of a sticky situation.
Yeah, like you said, bringing Baumhofer in is a little interesting just because it's a left-on-left matchup.
And the 3-1 popped up. Schiavone watching it, but looking like it's going to fall in the stands, behind the stands. So a full count now.
We might have to give out helmets next game.
I know, seriously, they're all falling in the, what do you call this, the concourse?
Of course,
Yeah.
pavement.
So a 3-2 count now for Baumhofer. Beaker fires the full count pitch. In! Down looking. Baumhofer threw his bat, was ready to walk, but Merritt Beaker does what he needs to do and gets the first out.
How about that, Ella? It was a 3-2 slider in strike right down the middle. It looked like from here, great pitch execution. The confidence to throw a 3-2 breaking ball is just what you'd love to see as a pitching delivery.
Yeah, Merritt Beaker putting in the work right now, gets the first out. Now facing Tyler Wright. So still out there is Milan on second and Orr on first. Beaker fires off the 1-0. That one chopped fair to Rogers. Going to toss it over to Schultz for the out at first. Runners will advance. So now Milan at third or at second. But 2 outs on the board for the Big Train, just 1 away from ending this game.
Now batting for the Cropdusters, number 1, Cam Hyder.
Cam Hyder coming up now for the Cropdusters. Going to try and make something happen for his team. 2 runners in scoring position, but also 2 outs on the board. First pitch to him, a ball.
That was a nice play there on the ground ball by Rogers. Tyler Wright showed some speed there. It was a very close play when Rogers gunned him down from third base.
Yeah, again, I really like TJ at third. He has quite the arm showcased there on that play. 2-0, now to Hyder.
Yeah, so in the past few games we've seen him at third and also Holzheimer, and then sometimes Peyton Scholes will be at the hot corner.
Beaker, the 2-0 to Hyder. 3 straight balls now.
He turned back to the umpire asking where that missed, because it did not look like that should have missed.
Beaker, the 3-0 in. So again, fighting back with the 3-0 count. Similar situation that he had with Baumhofer. Eventually it would go full and then got Baumhofer looking. The 3-1 in. Full count. Fighting back again is Merritt Beaker. Fans clapping a little extra as they know just 1 strike away from the end of this game. Ray's getting the crowd going. Merritt Beaker readying. The 3-2 in. In. Down. Looking. Goes Cam Hyder. And the Big Train, after getting 2 losses yesterday to the Braves, come back and tack on 2 wins over the Cropdusters this evening. A huge pitching performance from Merritt Beaker gives the Train that 6-3 dub. And what a night for Bethesda Bennett.
What a night. I mean, offense got going after, quiet. Bats were a little quiet yesterday in the doubleheader. But technically 2 wins today with the finished game to start the night. But Merritt Beaker, Allie, I'd say that's the player of the game for me.
I could not agree more. Merritt Beaker, what a performance on the mound. Pitched a full 4 and a third. So split between him and Braden Jones. Great stuff from Braden Jones as well before he came out, and just great pitching, great hitting from the Big Train. Yesterday was tough, and I think these guys are really frustrated after losing both in a doubleheader to the Braves, but now move to 23-8 on the season, and will travel to Silver Spring, Tacoma to face the Thunderbolts one last time for the regular season. Tomorrow it'll be a 6 p.m. game at Montgomery Blair High School. I will definitely be on the call. Not sure who will be with me. It's been a crazy week, but tomorrow starts the last week of the regular season. I can't believe it already, but hopefully the Train will keep rolling all the way to the playoffs. Bennett, thank you for joining me in the booth again tonight.
Yeah, this is my last call of the season. Just want to thank everyone out there for listening, and really enjoyed it. Allie, thanks for having me.
Of course. Maybe you'll be back tomorrow. You never know.
Honestly,
These are trying times.
Yes.
Anyways, so yeah, thank you guys for listening. The train tack on 2 wins today, and she'll be back tomorrow.